The Jameson Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports team has been working diligently for more than 2 years on creating a school environment that is dedicated to increasing positive student behavior and, in turn, student achievement. We began by developing a matrix of behaviors we wish to see for our students and categorize them into 4 school rules: be honest, be safe, be respectful, and follow procedures. One of the trademarks of Jameson has become the weekly assembly. Each Monday, our students and staff gather together to focus on our positive behavior message for the week. We begin by saying the pledge and chanting our school rules. Next, our school guidance counselor, James, sings a song related to our theme of the week, often accompanied by other guests and singers. We follow this with a video, book read, or some other way to reinforce the theme. During assemblies, we also recognize students' and staff birthdays, in addition to other notable events happening in our school. Special fundraisers, contests, spirit weeks, and reading log participants are other topics represented during assemblies. It is something that all students and staff look forward to weekly. Jameson assemblies are posted on our school website to promote parent and community understanding.
One particularly exciting part of our weekly assemblies is the recognition of students who have been caught being good. Students are encouraged to follow the 4 school rules each week at assembly. Teachers carry caught being good tickets and can reward any student at any time for positive behavior. The reinforcement comes when a student is given the ticket and has a conversation with the teacher who is awarding it to them. Once a student is awarded with a ticket, one piece is taken home to be shared with parents, and the other is housed in their classroom until the next Monday assembly. On their way into assembly, students drop their tickets in a can, from which we select a grand prize winner for the week. This student receives what Mr. Flaherty likes to call a highly coveted, hard-to-come-by, caught-being-good gift bag with all sorts of fun trinkets, as well as a certificate stating which rule the student was caught following. Another large focus for the PBIS team this year has been working on explicitly teaching our behavior matrix to students. The emphasis is placed on teaching within the environment that students are thinking about. For example, when we taught about rules in the hallway, the students were taught in the hallway to help them understand the expectations within that environment. The hope is that this, too, will help to promote understanding and common language among all students and staff in regards to behavioral expectations for our students.
In the future, the PBIS team is working towards helping teachers create classroom matrices specific to their daily schedules. We're also working on a parent brochure to inform families about the interventions and supports we have in place for students. Finally, we are working with Pat Red from USM to provide more professional development in the area of positive behavior to further our implementation of all of these pieces.
Jameson School and the University of Southern Maine have developed a formal partnership for this 2012-2013 school year. In exchange for hosting teacher interns and providing specific contact hours for students in 4 upper-level teacher certification courses, Jameson School will receive specific, made-to-order professional development directly tied to our district, building, and PLC level goals, co-planned and co-presented by a collaboration of USM's gurus and Jameson teacher leaders. Jameson students will benefit directly from the additional support provided by USM students and staff. Our list of professional development opportunities are impressive and noteworthy. And our hope is that this partnership not only sustains over time, but that its benefits for all involved continue to grow.
Hi, I'm Mr. C, the technology teacher at Jameson, and I'm going to talk to you about project-based learning in RTI Tech Enrichment. So, why project-based learning? Well, the old school model of passively learning facts and reciting them out of context is no longer sufficient to prepare our students to be productive in today's world. Our students need learning experiences resulting in deeper learning. Solving problems in project-based learning requires students to have fundamental reading, writing, and math skills. Additionally, PBL provides an engaging and authentic setting to teach 21st century skills like teamwork, problem solving, research, time management, information synthesizing, and utilizing technology. To help develop professionally, Mr. Flaherty, Mrs. Falvey, and myself have signed up for classes offered for free by the Buck Institute of Education. The Buck Institute is famous for its step-by-step guidance, tools, and tips for standards-focused projects. After the 5 2-week courses, teachers receive a free project-based learning certification, and I'll be finished my certification in mid-November. From our experience with these classes, we are developing a series of 4 staff professional development days. We had our first in September, and I will show you some of the shared resources in a minute. There are various types of PBL schools identified by the Buck Institute. Jameson looks at itself as a partially integrated PBL school. This means we are aligning our projects with our literacy and math units. We gear our projects around the skills students are learning in our current district-wide curriculum. Some project work is even incorporated into the workshop model. For example, a teacher may find a fiction or nonfiction text that connects the topic for the project with a guided reading group, or teachers use read-alouds that connect to the project topic. Students write about their research and work on written products during Writer's Workshop. Working with words or academic vocabulary words connect to the project topic. And lastly, literature circle texts connect to the project topic. So professional development. Our mantra is that we build the plane as we fly it, because we can't wait to help our students. As we begin our PBL initiative, we are being careful to build a strong foundation for this engaging work with students. So, we are building a professional development plan based on the above framework. You can see right here. In the red, you will see Getting Started, a professional development session that took place in September. Our resident experts provided many resources to help plan projects that are standards focused and tied into the current curriculum. Let's take a look at the 3 major resources provided. First, we have our project overview. This piece is a framework that reviews exactly what PBL project will cover. This is an overview all grades will use to ensure continuity throughout the grades. Here's the second piece of the project overview. Second, we have our project calendar. You can see in this example that a teacher will target certain areas to teach within their workshop model. Additionally, this piece is shared with essentialists such as library media specialists, art, music, phys ed teachers, and myself, so that we may tie our work into the projects. Then the last resource is the Project Teaching and Learning Guide. This challenges teachers to think deeply about what they're going to teach, how they would teach it, and what materials they will need to be successful. The second thing I wanted to briefly talk about is the Jameson AV team. The AV team is a technology-driven enrichment program focusing on using various media tools for products and presentations, such as Web 2.0 tools, Edmodo, Flipcams, and iMovie. These products and presentations help students reach important speaking and listening goals along with media and technology standards from the Common Core.
I can log into Class Dojo from the RTI website and see how many points I have this week. For following the school rules and being a good teammate.
I can see all my dojo points for the school year.
Edmodo is where we get our assignments from Mr. C and talk as a group. Sometimes Mr. Faraday talks with us too. This is one of our assignments.
Jameson School has been fortunate to have good support from our community. Specifically, Mr. Paul Goldsbean, owner and operator of the pier, has been very generous and intentional of his support for Jameson School. This fall, Paul has provided for our peer drawing contest. Every Jameson student created an original drawing of the peer and OOB during the month of September. Our grade level PLCs each selected a grade level winner, and these drawings will be framed and hung forever and for always at the entrance to the pier. These winners have also earned $100 to be spent on their own classroom libraries. Every classroom with 100% student participation, all of them, have earned their own pizza party, all through the generosity of Mr. Goldsbean. Once the winning drawings are hung on the pier, Mr. Goldsbean will be making a direct donation to Jameson School to offset the high cost of paper. This contest has added positive energy to our start of school, momentum for our project-based learning initiative, and community connections and validation of the power of collaboration. Thank you, Mr. Goldsbean. While Jameson School is making great strides towards enveloping best practice across our learning community, it is not without challenges. Currently, Jameson School has joined 69% of Maynes schools in not achieving adequate yearly progress, as measured by the No Child Left Behind legislation. While this is far from hang it on the fridge type of accolade Jameson is striving for, this status does provide our school with some additional funds to be spent on bettering our practice to benefit student learning. We are confident that Jameson will return to the good list very soon. With 50+% of our students living in economically challenged homes and a 20% transiency rate over the past 3 years, our Leadership PLC has set increasing family involvement as a goal for this year. We must first engage our students in learning before we can expect them to learn. We know that emotion drives focus and that focus drives learning, so our intent is to make Jameson a safe, enjoyable place where our students like to be. It's all cool at Jameson School.
AIMSweb is a universal screening, progress monitoring, and data management system that supports RTI and tiered instruction. The key reason that we use AIMSweb is to improve student outcomes. Through early identification of students who are struggling, we can modify our instruction to them in time to influence a better learning outcome. Benchmarking is designed to inform instruction to improve achievement. Benchmarks are established 3 times per year for all students using grade-level assessment probes. Reports identify students at risk, help focus areas of individualized instruction, evaluate student progress, and serve as an accountability and communication tool for system improvement. There are many different graphs and charts that help us better understand our students. Here's an example of one chart that we use to help identify RTI students. The green area shows students that scored in the average for this grade level. The blue area shows students in the above average. The white, students of well above average. In the yellow, it is students below average, and the pink, well below average.
At Jameson, we are proud of the work we have done to improve our school by embedding PLCs into our culture. We have spent a great deal of time and energy developing a supportive and trusting environment where teachers willingly collaborate for the purpose of improving teaching and learning. We have a shared vision at Jameson which constantly guides us in our PLC work. Learning is our purpose. All PLCs at Jameson are efficiently staffed by grade level teams and educators who have common interests and relevant experience in children's development. For example, kindergarten PLC is staffed by kindergarten classroom teachers, RTI teachers, an occupational therapist, and a special education teacher. The well-rounded staffing of PLCs provide for dynamic and creative conversations for the purpose of problem solving and positively changing conditions for our students. The following roles are filled by PLC members and are rotated throughout the year for each meeting: facilitator, timekeeper, scribe, and process observer. Group norms are also established to ensure focus and participation from all members. Agendas for future meetings are set collaboratively. The most important function PLCs serve at Jameson is to analyze, collected data on student progress, and to make prompt decisions for student instruction based on the data. Our PLC work is directly attached to our RTI work. PLCs are constantly mindful of Jameson's comprehensive RTI calendar. Students receiving RTI services are checked in on weekly at PLC and our progress monitored every 6 weeks. If excellent progress is being made, we stay the course. If excellent progress is not being made, we collaborate on new ways to reach student learning needs and decide on programming with input from all team members. And the process begins again. Our PLCs meet weekly for 45 minutes. This time is separate from weekly common planning time and is focused on children, learning, instruction, and data. Our PLC meetings also allow for flexibility in agendas and discussions. When new issues or concerns arise with our students, we are quick to reprioritize. It's all about the kids.